AI products are launching across Africa every month, and most of them were never actually designed for African users. They were designed somewhere else, shipped here. It's not that the AI model doesn't know Africa. Open any major AI tool and ask it about Nairobi, Swahili, Unim, M-Pesa. It knows. The failure isn't in the model. It's in the product decisions made by the designers who built on top of it. Here are 3 places where those decisions consistently go wrong. Voice interfaces. Speech recognition technology still underperforms significantly on African accents. Kenyan English, Nigerian English, South African English. You can test this right now. Open a commercial voice product and speak naturally. The gap is real and it's documented, but here's the design failure. Most teams shipping voice features to African markets never test with local accent and never build correction loops for when recognition fails. If your voice feature can't handle your user's accent and has no fallback, that's not a model problem. That's a design decision you made by not testing. And voice is just the most visible gap. The deeper failures are in how products handle everyday African communication. Most AI interfaces are hard-locked to a single language, but African users naturally move between English, Swahili, Sheng, Pidgin, or their local language, sometimes mid-sentence. That's not unusual behavior. That's normal human communication in multilingual contexts. The design failure is building language settings that treat switching as an error rather than a feature. Test your product with mixed language input from your actual target market. If it breaks, that's your design problem to solve, not your user's communication habit to change. Now, this is the biggest one. AI recommendation systems and product defaults are built on behavioral data from the user bases that trained them, which skew heavily Western. The model knows M-Pesa exists, but the designer still defaulted to card payment at checkout. The model knows informal employment is common across Africa, but the designer still built onboarding that assumes a formal salary. Audit every default in your product, every assumption baked into your flow. If your product assumes a credit card, a bank account, a stable salary, or a high bandwidth connection, you have not designed for your African user. The model didn't make those decisions, you did. The AI knows Africa. The question is whether the designer bothered to design for it. If your product doesn't work for African users, it's not global, it's incomplete. Comment African UX below and I'll DM you a free African UX audit checklist. The questions every designer should ask before shipping any product to African markets. And if you're building for African users and want that thinking in your product, working with KDK is how you help us keep the studio and this content running. Link in bio.